Hey, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can find new clients if you're a recruiter. But before we get started, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. It's completely free and really helps us out a lot. For the purpose of this video, when I say recruiter, I'm talking about recruiters who work at an agency, who own their own recruiting agency, or work as an independent recruiter / recruiting consultant, and not focusing on internal or corporate recruiters who work at one company. When working as a recruiter on the agency side, there are really two main things you have to constantly think about: how to find clients and how to find candidates for those clients. Clients or companies are the lifeblood of any agency, independent recruiters, or really any business for that matter. If you don't have any clients who are looking to hire, there really wouldn't be a need to source and find candidates to fill those open jobs. So how can you find clients who are looking to scale out their teams and really need help with hiring? There are a lot of ways you can find clients, and so here are 5 different ways you can use right now. Job posting boards and websites. This is the easiest and first place you need to visit. By definition, if you see a company on the big sites like Indeed, Monster, or even LinkedIn, that means they're actively looking to hire right now. So these would be great companies to reach out to and see if they need external help with recruitment. Another great reason to check these sites first is that posting job ads on them typically aren't free. So if a company is spending money to get their ads out, they'll probably have money to afford spending on resources like recruiters and have a desperate need for help that your agency can assist with. Whatever market or industry you're specialized in, search for relevant positions that you specialize in, and don't forget to also filter when the jobs are posted to a week or at least a couple of weeks at most, so you know that the job ad is fairly new with hopefully not too many competition from other recruiting agencies. Go through the list, write down the different company names, and then when you have the names, you can then go to their website, Google them, or search individual team members, and use sites like LinkedIn to find out who you have to reach out to. So for example, type in marketing manager or UX designer in Indeed, put in the appropriate filters, and then really go through the first 5 to 10 pages. Research the company on their website, LinkedIn, or other sites, and try to really identify 3 to 5 potential hiring managers, and then write them down and organize the information well. When you're ready to reach out, make sure you stay organized and keep track of when you first sent the email out so you know when you need to follow up next. Use free resources in the beginning like Google Docs and Excel to keep the costs low. Since the job boards get updated multiple times per day, it's super important to proactively check and scrape these often and make sure you keep everything organized and up to date. Just be careful that many recruiting agencies also advertise their open jobs on their big sites as well. So make sure you really research the company and make sure it really isn't a recruiter or a staffing agency, or else you'll have a pretty awkward conversation. Social media. Everyone knows or is at least aware of social media as a means for businesses to get their messages out. But did you also know that it could be a great tool for recruiting as well? The most obvious platform is LinkedIn. Not only is it a great platform for companies to post jobs to, but it is the most important and popular platform for recruiters to use to find talent, as users clearly list not only where they are working, where they've worked before in the past, but also their skills and achievements as well. For client development purposes, recruiters can use LinkedIn to identify companies that are actively hiring and then research and dig in to identify individual hiring managers or executives they can reach out to via direct mail or message. A lot of email, sales, and automation software and extensions also seamlessly integrate with LinkedIn to make the sourcing, identifying, and outreach process and workflow a lot more seamless, effortless, so everything really doesn't have to be done manually. Other platforms like Facebook and Instagram, Core for instance, are also widely used by businesses as well. If you're going to use these to reach out to professionals and founders, make sure when you engage with them or send them a direct message that you honestly remain professional, courteous, and always do your best to provide some sort of value to get their attention. Don't just spam them and ask if they can work with you. Provide specific reasons and examples on how you can help and what makes you different from other recruiters. If you really like their business or stand behind their products or services, mention and share that as well. Both Facebook and LinkedIn also have professional pages and groups you can also join, and these can also be a great source for networking, as a lot of them are fairly active. Finally, to attract organic inbound leads from social media, remember, this really happens over time with consistent effort. It is important that you have a clear and focused profile on platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and that you are posting valuable content to your target audience. If you're trying to develop new business leads, post about the benefits of working with you, past past success stories, or a couple of tips on what makes you different can really be relevant. To attract candidates, posting about how you can help them find their dream jobs easier, or the types of companies and open positions you work with could also be relevant to them. Organic growth on social media takes time and effort, but it's worth it. While we have had some early success with platforms like Instagram and TikTok, LinkedIn is really the best, easiest, and safest route to take, as its primary purpose is to be a network of professionals. Paid media. You can also invest and pay for ads out of pocket to target and attract an audience via Google or social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. But please be aware that this can not only be expensive, but for you to truly be effective on the ads, you would at least need to have a semi-functioning and optimized website, landing page, and an active social media profile to drive the traffic to and convert them. Not only that, your social media profiles need to have a focused persona and offer a clear value proposition for your target audience. If not, you'll spend all of this money driving people to somewhere that isn't equipped to effectively convert them, and you won't get any viable leads. Not only that, you have to go over and perfect your content on your ads to even get people remotely interested to click on it. With this method, you can't just simply turn on the ads faucet and get leads. A lot of time and money goes into testing and honing your target market, so even before your first actual campaign, you'll need money to spend. If you don't have any money to spend or are unwilling to wait and be patient before you start seeing results, this may honestly not be the best method to start on. Referrals. Ask any salesperson what the best way for developing a new business lead is, and I bet you that they would always say referrals. To this day, word-of-mouth marketing is one of the strongest forms of marketing out there. Simply, will you really be more likely to trust a friend and a work colleague or a random stranger? Same logic applies here. If you do a great job with a client and they refer you to others, the baseline of trust is already established as someone else that they know vouched for you. For this to grow and snowball, you really have to focus on staying consistent, working hard, and making sure your clients are happy. Never be afraid to also proactively ask your current clients for referrals as well. If most say no, but one or two clients or colleagues say yes and refer you to new business, that's a win. A well thought out incentive program, perhaps a discount or percentage savings, can be a great way to urge your book of business to spread the word about your available recruiting service. In the beginning, referrals will typically be slow, but as you develop your track record and relationships, referrals will slowly compound over time. Don't expect to see results from day one, just keep at it and you'll see the magic unfold soon enough. Make sure you also look within your own network. Perhaps your friend, family, or former colleagues might know of someone who could be hiring, or might know of someone else who might know of someone else who could be hiring. Again, referrals, especially if they know you well, is the best and cheapest form of marketing, so make sure you take advantage of your relationships and see what kinds of great opportunities you can uncover. Networking. Take advantage and make an effort to go to the forums, events, and meetings. Select events that are relevant to you and your market so that you have a higher chance of meeting someone who could be a great fit and that you can actually help. If you're a recruiter that specializes in marketing, go to a marketing event. If you go to a finance event and meet a new client who is hiring a financial analyst and all you do is marketing, well, that's not really going to help you. Aside from events, use the same principles to online networking groups as well. Both LinkedIn and Facebook have very active professional groups, and you can find many other forums online, so take your time here and really find relevant ones and start developing relationships. The more you put yourself out there, the more results you'll see. Every time I go to a new event or a forum, I always try to at least meet 1 to 2 new people each time. It may sound easy, but if you can stick with it consistently, you'll be surprised that you'll be meeting a lot of people every year. Research competitors and candidates. Finally, research and pay attention to your competitors. They may have a website or may be active on social media or even write a lot of articles and blogs on LinkedIn where they talk about their clients. And if they do, make sure you listen carefully. This can also be a great source to find new companies you can reach out to for yourself. If companies are already working with one recruiter, they'll be open to working with another. Don't feel bad about poaching another recruiter's clients. Typically, if the recruiter is contingency-based, they don't have exclusive relationships with a company, and also, most companies use multiple recruiters to help them hire in the first place, so no big deal. Also, one of my favorite ways to get new information is to make sure that you ask candidates if they're interviewing with other companies as well. And if they are, try your best to get the names of the companies and the hiring managers if possible. Obviously, if you're talking to company X, Company X is actively interviewing and hiring and might be open to working with resources like recruiters, so definitely consider reaching out to them as well. I hope this helps and gives you a better idea on how to get started to find your next client. As you can see, there are a lot of different ways you can reach out to companies. Stay focused, and it's possible to see results by sticking with methods that are easiest, affordable, or most importantly, free. If you are interested in what I think are the best ways to prospect and communicate with candidates, or the best ways to reach out to them, please let me know. As always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, click that bell. It's completely free and really helps us kickstart this channel. If you also want to follow me, feel free to add me at Preston_Park on Instagram and TikTok, as I try my best to post daily. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.